Good evening and welcome to the Oliveboard platform. My name is Marut Sharma, your logical reasoning expert, and we are here today to start and finish single topic, single session of order, comparison, ranking, positioning. Right? They may be different names, but the idea overall is similar to what you have learned so far. Good evening, guys. Hopefully, I am clearly audible to all of you. I'll start right away. Just give me 1 second. And yes, as I have been doing so in the last few classes, I will start with an apology for my voice, right? Because been suffering from this for quite some time now. So if at all it seems harsh or unpleasant to you, please bear with me for a few more days. I might be up and running in the next few days, most probably. Anyways, coming back, if you have any issues as far as my audio, my voice is concerned, if you can't listen, can't understand, can't comprehend, please put it in the chat box. Right now, I'll just start right away with this topic. It is usually divided into two parts: order and rank. We also call order as comparison, and we also call ranking as position. So ranking and positioning, one and the same thing. Order, comparison, one and the same thing. Order and ranking is how we study them together. Two parallel topics. I'll tell you why we study them, right? Now, I know a lot of you have joined today. You're starting fresh from today onwards. So don't worry, if at all whatever you have missed, we will be covering that later on. But for those who have been with me for quite some time now, they know that when I had started the topic puzzles with you, I had discussed this in detail, that puzzles is a more comprehensive, a more wider approach. It has got more variety, more variations. Questions like, there are a lot of variables in the question. What subject do you like? When do you study? What day do you prefer to do things? What color do you like? What height are you? What position you're sitting? It can be anything, right? What floor do you live in? What team do you? And based on that, we solve there is one fixed value and multiple variables around positive data, negative data, etc. From there, we purified it, extracted and purified a single version from it, which is known as sitting arrangement, that is only based on a single variable of action, where a person is sitting with respect to the other person. All about direction. Now, directions can be looked at from various perspectives. It is either left, right, it is north, west, east, south, or it is facing the center, away from the center, clockwise, anti-clockwise, etc. But from all these perspectives as variables, you solve the questions of sitting arrangement. And a more purified and simpler form, rather, I would say, is your order and comparison. So when you are technically just comparing between a few entities, 4 people, 5 people, 15 people, whatever, when you're comparing between these entities, and based on the comparison, you're placing them in an order, increasing, decreasing, okay, and accordingly you're finding out the answer. That question comes under the category of order comparison. Okay. So when I say order or comparison, I'm talking about comparison based on weight, height, marks obtained, anything, more money, on possessions, anything you have. And also it is rank sum. Now a lot of students feel that when it is based on rank, we call it ranking. No. Why do we study these two topics parallelly? Is because ranking is a more purified form which only focuses on numerical ranks. So when I'm talking about order and comparison, if I'm comparing a few students based on their ranks, like I'm telling you, there are 4 people, A is ranking more than B and C, B is ranking the least, and B is ranking more than C. So now I can arrange them in an order, but I don't know what rank is who. But if I'm giving you a question that A is ranking 12th from the top in a class, okay, B is ranking 18th from the bottom in a class, and there are 5 people between. So how many people are there? These kind of questions are not under the category of order comparison, but exclusively in the under the category of. So when you assign numerical values to ranking, it becomes a ranking based question which will have its own formula to follow. Otherwise, it will be put on the category of order or comparison. So today we'll understand the concepts of both of them. Very easy, very simple concept. Briefly, we'll be over with it and we'll start focusing. So now I'll start. I will start with the same thing again because we have new students among us. So I don't want this to be a diluted version of what you might have done in the past. I will just repeat or reiterate everything we have done so far in terms of sitting. So this will be the rules. Call them rules. These can be the corresponding. Now, how will you place the question in terms of a correct order or a comparison? Right? How will we do that? So rule number 1 will be consider all possible cases. Consider all possible. Agreed. We will consider all possible. If I am saying that B weighs A and B's weight is somewhere between A and C. We don't know who's weighing more, A or C. We'll have two possible arrangements. Either be like this or it will be. We have to consider both of them. Okay, we have to consider both these arrangements as cases. Now, you will observe one thing, as in when you solve these questions, you will find that the puzzle-based questions are actually slightly more involving. Hindi have multiple variables and hence are assumed to be more. Sorry. Followed by sitting arrangement, which are slightly more easier, and followed by order comparison. They are the easiest of them. The three approaches are almost similar or parallel, but these become the most simple. Okay. You will feel that they are very easy. A lot of times you might not even have to draw the cases, you might just end up solving with one. Right? But anyways, you should know that this is how you need to approach the order. Point number 2, same there, what we had studied there, information. So information will be provided to you in two formats, positive and negative. Okay. Positive means in a comparison based equation, you will be able to place it. You will be able to place it directly. Whatever you will be able to place come under the category of positive information. For example, I am telling you A earns immediately more than B and B earns the lowest amount. The positive information. You can place it right away in the final arrangement. But if I am telling you A and D have 5 people between, so there are multiple possibilities here. I don't know what is going to be that one shot. So I will never start from this information. It comes under negative. Sometimes it will also say that A does not earn more than C or D, but it earns more than B. Now this is also partially negative information because we don't know what it is. We can't place it right away. Wherever you can place it right away, sure shot, that is your positive information. Everything else will be considered under negative. Negative need not use the word no or not. Please be careful. All I mean by this is constructive, non-conclusive, non. If it is conclusive, if you can draw a conclusion right away, if you can place it in a figure right away, positive information for us. Otherwise, it's unlike what we saw in puzzles. That is different. Okay. So again, this is like sitting arrangement. If you have data which can be put in, start with that. If not, leave. Okay. Third one. Third one is the most important point here. Set the scope. Now the problem is a lot of people don't understand what is scope. Those who have been with me for quite a long time now, they understand what is scope, what is the importance of having a scope. But for a lot of newcomers, you will feel that, okay, what is this? Scope means setting a limit, a constraint on your question. And talking about a question, 7 people are sitting a straight linear row facing the north. This is left of this, that is right of this. You have the whole world in front of you. Those 7 people can sit anywhere, on couch probably, sit on a bed, they can sit on an ottoman, they can sit anywhere. Right now, sorry. So I need to limit my question. How are these 7 people? Where are they facing? What is the left? What is the right? So that once I have the limit, I have a certain restricted phase where I have to think. Out of that, I don't have to limit everything. Right? For example, I am telling you 4 people. Anything. Or or whatever it is, how will you draw the scope? Please remember, always draw a vertical scope. Mostly in order and comparison based questions. Why? A lot of students, if I say that A is heavier than B and B is heavier than C, a lot of people end up doing it. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. You can do this. But the problem is, after converting the whole question, this will become an inequality based expression. Okay. And I know you guys know how to solve inequality. The problem will be, once you convert the order and comparison question into an inequality question, then you will have to solve the inequality expression and then get your answer. So an extra step is added in between. Whereas if you arrange the scope in a vertical manner, it will be visible to you right away without having to calculate further. Okay. What do I mean by vertical manner? I mean that if I'm talking about 4 people who are arranged based on their ranks, height, weight or marks, I will draw those 4 people like this. Why? Because I know that whatever is higher, heavier, with more marks, with more value, with more capacity will be here, and whatever will be less will be here. That is how my brain is going to comprehend. If I am writing A greater than B greater than C, I can also write A greater than. My brain is going to tell me the same thing. If I ask you just by writing like this, who is the greatest? So a lot of you will feel that probably A is, because of the placement. That's how your brain works. So use that in your benefit. Okay. So set the scope vertically, unless specified otherwise. The scope itself is saying that they are standing in a straight row. Then you draw a straight row, not a problem. But mostly put them vertically. You'll see how we do that, right? If you keep these little points in mind, you will be able to solve order or comparison based questions very. It will become a cakewalk for you, and you will realize that as compared to puzzles or setting arrangement, this is much easier. So these are free marks, right? Let's solve one question. Hi, electrons. What a good name. Hello, bacha. How are you? So we'll just look at one example first, then I'll switch to ranking. Okay, one example we'll look at, then I'll switch to ranking. So I want you guys to try this example. Everybody who's watching this session, please give the answers in the chat box. Wow, I have a good strength today. Very happy. Answers in the chat box, everyone. Yeah. Simple question. Extremely simple. Explain all on time again, sir. Bala, I did not quite get your question. Explain all on time again. Which topic are you talking about? Yes, anybody? So quickly start reading the question. If Rahul has more money than Radha, Karina has more money than Radha and Babita, but less than Ravina. We need to set the scope. Very good, excellent. We need to set the scope. How will we set the scope? We'll count the number of people, of course. They are talking about Rahul, Ravina, Babita, Karina. It. Nobody else. There, everybody else is being repeated. There are 5 people here. Set the scope. Now the person who has more money will come here. Person who has less money. Yes. Rahul has more money than Radha, Ravina, and Babita. So Rahul has more money. I don't know about the order of these 3 people. Okay, but I surely know that Rahul has more money than. Next one says Karina has more than Radha and Babita, but less than Ravina. We'll change now into Rahul on the top. Then we have Ravi. Then we have Karina. But last in the end we have Radha and Babita. This is a more refined arrangement now. And from here we know that Babita does not have the lowest amount. So out of these 2, who is going to be the lowest? Radha is going to be the lowest. We'll have Radha here. here, Karina here, Ravina here, and Rahul. The question is, who has the lowest amount? Now this is similar to what we have learned so far. When I said that when you're solving these questions, midway itself, so in the beginning only, read what is asked in the question in the end. What is exactly they're looking for? Because most of the times, halfway you will be able to get the answer. So you will actually end up wasting your time if you reach till the end. Most of the times you will have to only solve it partially. The other half you might have to just obtain from the options. Simply, go with option elimination, you'll get your answers. You don't have to solve it only. So you need to be smart enough to understand where you need to draw the whole thing, where you need to only read and get. For that, please make it a habit before going through the whole thing and solving line by line. Read what they are asking you. Always make that a point. Okay, now we know who has the lowest amount of money. It is Radha. Radha means cool, simple, easy. Okay. Now we will talk about ranking. Correct. Very good. Now we will talk about ranking. That is all about order and comparison. Okay. Now we will talk about ranking. So if I am telling you that now I am involving numerical values in a rank, like I gave you an example, that somebody is 21st rank in their class of 100 students, somebody is ranked. So now the game will slightly. Now we are not simply arranging. They are not 5-7 people. We're talking about 100 people. And draw 100. Means you need to have a formula to be able to solve these questions. That is where the concept of ranking steps, exclusively based on one formula. Okay. Now I know you might have studied ranking. Have studied a plethora of topics, plethora of types, and different types of formulae applied in each type, short tricks. But I'll tell you, everything boils down to one formula. If you know that one formula, you'll be able to solve everything for ranking. And I want to enable you reach that point to evolve so much that you stop using a pen or a marker to solve these questions. As of now, we will take the full, course. We will solve everything. I will draw everything. Little intricate details I'll mention. But eventually, I want you guys to reach the point where you will just stop lifting your pen altogether for these questions at least. You will read and answer. That's it. Everything should go on here. This is one of those topics which actually enables you to do that. So that is the final goal. Keep that in mind. Okay. So what is that one formula? That one formula is based on single principle. As kids, we have all done that joke. Okay. It sounds lame now, but as kids, we have all done that. You know that last bench, probably not very good at. Go back, post, for the first try. How you have secured the first? Yeah, from the bottom. We have all heard that, right? It used to crack us up as kids, but so this whole thing is based on that single rank from the bottom. That means when I talk about ranks, by default they are always rank from the top. Somebody is ranking first, second, third, fourth, fifth, last. It's always from the top. But can I have ranks from the bottom as well? Why not? It's just about counting, right? So if I tell you a rank of a person, let's say a person ranks 10th from the top and the person ranks 11th from the. So what is the total number of people in the class? Can you tell me? Can you take a guess? All of you. I know a lot of you know this already. A lot of you might not. So give me an honest, clear, innocent answer. Not looking for extremes. 10th rank from the top, 11th rank from the bottom. How many total people are there? What do you think? What is the answer? Okay. Fair. Very good. So a good majority knows everything already. Very good. But I'll tell you, there are some naive students who start initially. So what they do is they do the rookie mistake. The rookie mistake is 10 students from here, 11 students from here. So 10 plus 11 is 20. That's what a lot of you do initially. In my class, they are not doing it wonderfully. Wonderful. Hats off to all of you guys. But a lot of people, initial people, who have just started preparing, maybe they will make this rookie mistake. Everybody does that. So a person is ranked 10th from the top, 11th from the bottom. How many total people are there? You just add them, you give me. But the idea is slightly different. Why? Because when you're counting 10 people from here, you're counting this particular student. And when you're counting 11 people from here, you're counting this particular X again. So when you're adding both of them, this X is being counted twice. And this is giving you an incorrect total. So what do I need to do? To remove this redundancy, I will subtract 1. How does it actually work? It is 10 plus 11 minus 1 is this is the principle on which this formula is the total number of people in a class, the rank of a single person from the left hand side plus the same person's rank from the right hand side minus 1. This is the formula I am talking. With this one concept, with this one formula, all types of questions of ranking can be solved. Today I will display that to you in front of you right away with example. All sorts of questions will form, all sorts of different questions we'll see today. I am not going to explain anything else to you. A lot of people will take you through depths after this. Oh, there are 4 types of questions. Type 1 you have to do this, type 2 you have to do this. You have to do nothing. All you have to do is apply this formula. That's it. So what is the only change which is going to happen? The formula's direction might change. Sometimes they will give you the left and right ranks, they'll ask you the total. Sometimes they'll give you the total and a right rank, ask you the left rank. Or they'll give the total and the left rank, they'll ask you the right rank, etc. etc. For a class, let's say this is a class. From the left means this, from the right means this. So always your left, they're always facing the north. That's how you need to. They're always facing the north. So this is the left, this is the right. If I'm saying 10th from the left hand, it means from here. 11th from the right hand, it means from here. Okay. Now if I use the word top, top means left side only. This is the top. So this is always the starting point. If I say bottom, this is the bottom end. So always the ending. That's how it is always true. Okay. From the left and from the top, they are both the same. From the right, from the bottom are both. You can write top plus bottom minus 1 is equal to total. That's also. But one formula. Supposedly, if they give you the total, they give you one rank and they ask you the other one. So what will you do? You will transpose this minus 1 there. It will become plus 1. So you'll increase your total by 1. Then you'll reduce. You'll subtract this one rank from this to get the other rank. That's how simple. One formula. But if I use any type of question. Cool. Now I need to understand how much have you completed. So let's solve one question and see how well do you understand. Okay, yeah, this is the formula I was talking about. Here in print. Yes. Fail to understand what I've written. RT means rank from the top plus RB means rank from the bottom. Anything L plus R minus 1 and the same thing. Yeah, okay, cool. Try this question. Okay, yeah, for ranking, we don't have the specific question. So we'll start solving order-based questions now. Okay, for ranking, I will show you the questions as in when we move. So let's start practicing. Okay, order-based questions we have. Some will be order-based, then gradually we'll switch to ranking-based. Excellent questions. They are very good questions. Specifically, I've picked up some questions that they're actually going to pose a good challenge to you. Just give me a moment. I'll just set this up and. Yeah. So that's it for ranking and order comparison based questions. Now we'll start with the topic. Questions are here. Answers in the chat box. Everybody. Take your time, but I want everybody to answer. Okay, very good. Okay, great. So there are 5 friends, top rank holders of a school. Now this question, you'll just read through. Rank of H is above the rank of K. Whatever it is, they are not giving you numerical values. It means it's actually an order and comparison based question disguised with a form of rank. So there are 5 friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rank holders. You can also number them if you want, not necessary. Rank of H is above the rank of K, below the rank of L. So this is the unit. Okay. I is at the top and J is not at the bottom. That means LHK, either they can be here, but J would have been at the bottom, so not allowed. The only other option is that LHK will be here. Arrangement. Who among them is the lowest rank? We already know it's the easy. Cool. Next. Increase the level gradually. Though the level is not going to be difficult at any stage. Okay, very good. So Prakash, Kadir, Ramesh, Saurabh and Tariq. How many people? 3 to 5. 5 people. Ramesh is taller than Kadir. Taller than Saurabh. Prakash is the shortest. Look at the question first. The tallest. And Tariq is taller than Saurabh. We already know who is the tallest. Tariq. Done. Okay. Tariq. Cool. Next. The good one now. So you are still arranging. You are still comparing. But your comparison will need a slight, small calculation. Right? This one. Among 5 boxes, A, B, C, D. B is thrice as heavy as A. C is 40 kg heavier than E. D is 3.5 times as heavy. 3.5 means 7 by 2. And C is 5 times as heavy as A. Weight of E is 40 kg. Now we can quickly find out the weight of the others. What is the question? Question is which object is the lightest and what is its weight? So we'll have to calculate it. So if you're good at maths, a lot of you should have ideally already figured out by writing the equations that who is the lightest of them all. The weight needs to be calculated, but you already know who is the light. But anyways, so we'll find out if E is 40, E is 80. Okay. E is 80, 80 will come here, A is 60, because 80 divided by 5. Also, E is 40, we'll put it here, into 7. And what about B? B is 3. So who is the lightest? A. What is the weight? 60. We don't need to arrange it at all, but just for the sake of it, I am arranging. I have D as the heaviest, 40, followed by C, by B, 8, by E, by A. Okay, this is your ranking based question, right? Get this and try to arrange to approach it. Okay, let's look at this question. In a row of students, Madhur is 8 from the right, and Sukam is 8 from the left. Okay. And Madhur and Sukam interchange their position. Now Madhur is sitting here, Sukam is sitting. After interchanging, Sukam becomes 16th from the left. This guy now, they're asking us how many people are there. Now, I'll just remind one thing. Might not have said it verbally, assuming that you guys would have already understood. When I'm talking about this formula, left plus right minus equal to total, is only valid if I'm talking about the same person. Is two ranks from two different directions for the same person are given. Otherwise, if let's say this guy's rank is 8 from the right, the other one is 8 from the left, you can't simply add them, subtract one and say there are 15 people. No, that's not possible. Okay, because they are two different people. It has to be the same person. If you observe in this question, now we have the rank of the same person here. Ranks. The answer is going to be 8, 1. There are 23 people. Easy, simple, very easy question. But now, as I told you, my eventual goal for you guys is to stop doing this, because these are easy questions. Ranking questions can actually be done from here. Okay, how you will approach this one? Whenever you come across an exchange based question, they teach this to you as a first type. Type 1, exchange. This is useless. Don't do that. Everything is one and the same only. They are just asking you in different format. So in this case, whenever they come across an exchange based question, always remember when two people are exchanging their seats, okay, so the rank, new rank of a person and the old rank of the other person need to be taken. For example, there will be one person's name will be specified 2 times. Like here you can see Sukam's name specified 2 times. So Madhur's single rank, old rank, and Sukam's new rank. The person whose name is mentioned twice, his new rank, and the single person's old rank. Take them, add them, subtract. That's what you do. Why? Because Madhur's old rank is going to become Sukam's new rank. Okay, and then Sukam's rank from the other direction is given. Add them, subtract 1. That's what you need to do. So you saw 8 here, 16th from here, 16 plus 8 minus 1 is that simple. Okay, gradually you will be able to solve these questions just by looking at them, just by going through them, just by reading them once. So eventual goal is that. Please keep that in mind. and strive for that. Keep pushing for that. Okay, not now. At this stage, please draw the figures. I'm going to draw them for you. For at least 50, 100, 200 questions, do that. Once you get accustomed to it, once you are confident enough, then you make that push, you make that switch. All right. Next question for ranking. Yes. Awesome. Very simple question. So 71 countries participated in the Commonwealth Games. So we know the total now. And Mauritius ranked 38 from the bottom. Mauritius ranked 30. They are asking us what is the rank from the same thing. So what is happening here is need to find this rank. Okay. L plus 8 1 is equal. First increase it there. Subtract this there. Have L is equal to plus 1. Now how will we make it short? See, you remember it's only about one formula. They are just going to change the direction. If at all the total is ever given and one rank is given, please increase the total by 1 by default. Your head only. If I have 71 here and one rank is 38, they're asking me rank of the same country from the other direction. I'll increase this by 1, 72 in my head, subtract 38. 72 minus 38. Unit digit is going to be 4 because 12 minus 8 is 4. Unit digit is 4 only here. You don't need to calculate everything. Okay, got it? Simple calculation, simple understanding. Right? So this is the proper method. There is whatever I told you right now is not a short trick. It's the same thing. Just that you're making a habit of visualizing it in front of you in your brain, not actually. So you're saving those 5-10 precious seconds. Okay. Next. This is an excellent question. I'm going to give you a lesson today. You know, each of my questions teaches a new lesson. This is that one question. Now, in a class of 45 students, a boy is ranked 20th. So if only ranked is given, boy is ranked 20. When two boys joined, his rank dropped by one. A lot of people do this. Okay, I'll tell you. When two boys joined, rank drops by one. We will write it like okay. And then they'll solve the whole thing. It 48 minus correct? No, 29. You have 29 in the option, you'll mark it and you'll correct answer. It's all about vocabulary, language. Rank dropped. See, where do we use this? How do we use it? Oh, I had a great performance last year, but this year, performance. Are you getting it? Actually, you use the word dropped with the word rank. Numerically, in your head, technically the rank should have lowered. No, means you had scored, let's say, 100th rank. Now, if you're scoring 980, you should have said, oh, my rank dropped. But that's not how it works. You have scored 100, now you have scored 200, you're saying my rank is directly proportional to your performance dropping. Okay, so that is how you use the word rank. My rank improved. My rank increased is equal to I got a better rank. I got 100 last year, I got 50 this year. I'm saying my rank improved. My rank increased. My rank decreased. So technically rank decrease means by number it should come down. But the opposite effect is happening. So that is how it is used in vocabulary. If I'm saying the rank dropped by 1, that means his performance became poor by 1. That means it's not 19, rather it's 1. Now you need to solve the question. We have 47 already here. We'll increase 47 by 1 total and we'll subtract 21 to get his rank from the bottom. It's going to be how much? 48 minus 21 is. And this, guys, is a previous year question. A lot of people fail to understand this one line and end up making a mistake. And mind it, I mean, in reality 29 was not given. They had given 28th instead, so that people could figure out that whatever they are doing is wrong and they could take that risk. But I purposefully put in 29 to confuse you more, because the moment you feel that your answer is there in the options, you get a certain sort of a confidence boost. And even marking an incorrect answer, you'll have a lot of confidence because it's there in the options. But you forget that the probability of having a correct answer in the option is only 1 by 4. And the probability of having an incorrect answer is 3 by 4. So keep that in mind. Okay. Next. Again, a very good question. The next two questions are going to give us wonderful lessons for ranking. So this will pay off now, because I did not teach you ranking in detail right now. I just discussed brief things and one formula, and I can solve all the questions based on that one formula. But I need to teach you the other aspects, right? Otherwise you will go empty-handed. You will be like, oh, this guy did not teach anything. The others are teaching bloody 2 hour, 3 hour lectures on ranking. He only taught for 1 hour and is saying ranking is over. Yeah, technically it's over. I will give you everything. Okay. But it will be for you to choose what you need, what you don't need. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now all 32 students in a class are standing in a row facing class facing. Akash is 12th from the right end. Priya is 18th from the left end. Priya is 18th. They are asking us how many people are between. How to solve this question from that formula which I have talked to you. You can find out the rank of any one person from the other side. Basically, to find out how many people are sitting between two people, you need to have the ranks of both people from one end. That is how you can subtract and find out. No, otherwise you can't. Either you find Priya's rank from here or Akash's rank from here. That choice is yours. Let's find out Priya's rank from the other side. So we will have 30 plus 1, 18 minus 18. That means Priya is rank 15th from the right. Now Priya is 15th, Akash is 12th. So how many are between them? A lot of people in hurry, what they do is 15 minus 12 is equal to, sir, 3. No. How many people are between 15 and 12? Rank 13 and rank 14. Only 2 people. When you subtract directly, you do not count one value. So from 15, you are removing 12. You don't count 15. Okay. You're removing 12 quantities from 15. You don't count 15. And that is why an extra value is added to your answer. For you to get the correct answer, you need to further subtract 1. Further subtract 1 from this, you will get. So how many people are between 15 and 12? 15 minus 12 minus. I could have done the same thing for Akash. I found 2 plus 1, 3 minus 12. That is 19, I believe. Sorry. 21, I believe, right? The 21st rank from here. 21 minus 18 minus 1 is again 2. So that is the one method which I am talking to you. Everywhere you can use this formula. But there is another short trick which a lot of people. Oh, short trick, magic, magic. No magic. Simple common sense. I am telling you, there are 32 people in this class. Okay. There are 18 people sitting from here, 12 sitting from here. How many are sitting in between? So from these 32, if I remove these 12 people, if I remove these 18 people, how many will be left? They will be the ones who are sitting in between. Correct? So if I have 32 minus 18 minus 12, what will I be left with? 2. Straight away I'll get my answer. Very easy. The short trick. From the total, I can reduce the 2 ranks to get the people in between. That's simple. Very logical, very common sense. Very common sensey. Okay. Now if you've understood this, please solve this question. You can use the same short trick. Ajit is sitting 50th from the left. And Bhanu is sitting 60th from the right. Find the number of students sitting between them in the class of 100 students. So yeah, we'll try with the normal method first, or we'll try with the short trick first. The short trick told us that we can take the total, subtract both the ranks from it. But wait, if we do this, we get the answer minus 10 is busy. What is minus? There can't be minus 10 people between two people. Something is wrong. Okay, let's try that one formula which we were talking about. We'll find out any one person's rank from the other end. We'll say 100 plus 1 minus 50, get 51. This is rank from. But you see something wrong again, because from this one end, this guy is ranked 60th. But the person who is after him is ranked 51st. Strange. But can we find the answer? Yes, we can. 3 minus 51 minus 1, 9 minus 1 the right answer. There are 8 people sitting. But why did it go wrong here? Why did the short trick not work? The regular formula which I told you is going to work in any sort of question. No conditions whatsoever. You just need to be quick. You just need to be quick at it. But if you really need to use the shortcut, you need to be aware about concept. What is the concept? The concept is that in a row of 30 people, there were 12, 18. What did we do? We simply subtracted 30 minus 8 minus 2, right? So what is the short trick here? Short trick is total minus, and rather than subtracting twice, I have taken the minus common, left plus right, equal to, so how many people are between them? Just take the total, and this time L and R are left and right ranks of two different people. So ranks from the left, ranks from the right, add them, subtract from the total, you will get your answer of how many people are. But the other case, something different. In the other case, when I saw that this person being 50th from one end, the other person was 60th from the other end. That means the other person him over the class of 100. Okay. That is why we were able to see that there is a repeat pattern between. So the normal formula is not going to work out. How do you do this one? So what you will do is, you will add these 60 people here, 60 people. What do you get? The whole sum is there. Now from this sum of people, you will reduce the total ones. Observe what has happened. Okay, 60 people from here and 50 from here. So this part is being repeated twice. Now I have reduced the one time the whole set. That means that these people have gone, the tails, ranks, and one time these people are gone. So we are only left with this box now, single box. After performing this step, we added both of them and we reduced the total one time. So we are only left with this one box. But I told you I want people in between. I don't want this guy and this guy. So there are two extra people for me. I will further subtract 2 from this to get the exact answer. 60 plus 50 is 110. 110 minus 100 is 10. 10 minus 2 is. So what is the short trick here? The short trick here is I will add the left rank and right rank first. I will subtract the total and I will further subtract 2 from it to get how many people. But why is that? Why is that? Because these are two different cases. This is known as a non-overlap case, and this is known as the overlap case. Understood? Why overlap? Because the ranks are placed in a way that some students are common in the group. Here, the people who are in between are absolutely different. They are not counted anywhere. But how do I know that whether this is overlap or non-overlap? So the idea lies in the fact that if I'm looking at the total and if I'm looking at the sum of the two ranks, if the sum of the two ranks is greater than the total, it will be an overlap case always. 60 plus 50 is 110, which is greater than 100, so overlap case. But if the sum of the total, sum of the two ranks is less than the total, it will be a non-overlap case. 18 plus 12 is 30, less than 32. Where have I committed? Okay, so it's less than 32, hence it is non-overlap. So your sum of left and right ranks, if it is greater than the total, it is overlap. If it is less than the total, it is non. That's how you will identify one, then you will apply the corresponding short tricks. Short tricks are different for both of them. You'll have to remember them individually. But if you know that one basic formula L plus R minus 1 equal to T, that you can apply anywhere. In any case, you don't have to think about overlap, non-overlap, anything extra or special. Just solve your question. Okay, as simple. Next. So we'll attempt a few more questions and then you guys can terminate this session. Just bear with me for a while. Okay. You can be quick if you want to, but please bear with me for a while. You know, I will always take a little bit of your extra time because I need to give the best. Correct. This was pretty easy. Which of the following options is 6 to the right of 17 factor from the left in the English alphabet? From the left means starting from A only. So who's 17 from the left? It is Q. And they're telling us 6th on the right. 6 further, that is 23rd. Who's 23rd? It's W. Simple. Okay. Please don't hesitate here. Should I add one? Should I subtract one? Here, there. Now that I've taught you the formula, unnecessary people get confused here. If they're talking to you, 5th left, 6th right, just add or subtract accordingly. If they had asked for the 17th element from the left, which element is 6th to its left, then subtract 6 from it. You'll get 11th, that is K. 6 to its right, add 6 to it. That simple. Okay. Next. Order based. 7 students are standing in a row from left to right in increasing order of their weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they are standing from left to right in a row. I can't draw them vertically. And in increasing order of their what weights, right? So that means guy is the lightest, as the heavy. Okay, P is standing at the middle position. P is standing at the 3 here, 3 here. P is standing in the middle. Always remember, if it is nothing is mentioned, they are facing the north. Okay, by default. R and V are the second positions from the right and left side respectively. R is second from the right and V is second from the left respectively. Yesterday you'll tell me you taught us something else. Today you are teaching something else. Yesterday we had used the word after. Remember that. The second after the right end is different. That means after this guy, 2 places here. But second from the right end means normal, 1 and 2. Okay, be careful. U is standing immediately after R. After R means if they are standing from lightest to heaviest, after R is going to come only this position. Okay. And what is the question? Minimum weight. Okay. T is between R and P. Is between R and P. So we surely know that P, E, these are not our answers. Either S or Q. S is third from the least end. Third from the least end. What is left? U. Who is the lightest? Q. Okay. Clear? Okay. 6 students are top 6 rank holders in a school. Rank of Q is between R and S. Their order can change. Okay. There are 2 cases we have drawn here only. Q is 4th rank. Okay. Q is here. R and S are here. 2 people between T and S. Now they're telling us T is at the lowest rank. Great. So they have solved all our problems now. S is here, R is here. What is the question? Question is who is the 5th rank? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rank is R. We are done with the question. Okay. The exams, just read it beforehand, get done with it, move ahead. Don't just look at it again. But for the sake of it, we move ahead. There's only one statement left. Rank of U is immediately above rank of P. Does not make any authentic sense. Okay. Please detach from the fact that you need to solve the question completely. There is some sort of an OCD in a lot of us, especially in these questions, because you're habitual since your school times. If you need to solve it, you need to solve it. So no matter what, you'll feel something awkward when you leave this question mid. So get over that feeling. What I'm trying to tell. Okay. Sorry, this is a very good question. Excellent one. Very simple, but it's a good one. And after this, one ranking question, another will do. That's a very interesting one. That will be the last question of the session. I'll find out. Okay. 4 girls, Radha, Neena, Mohita, Jyoti, are to be served in a sequence. Now, you can serve them left to right, top to bottom. Let's do this. That will feel say fairly simple. Okay. Now, there are some limitations. Mohita and Jyoti cannot be served one after another. Means Mohita and Jyoti practically cannot be served together. What they are trying to say. They cannot sit here together, here together, here together. Neha cannot be served as the third number. So if I start the sequence from Neha cannot be served here. Radha and Neena. Radha and Neena have to be served one after another. They have to be together. Now see, I can have Radha and Neena here, but that will make Mohita and Jyoti sit here. I can have Radha and Neena here. That's not possible because Neena is not allowed here. I can have Radha and Neena here. Again, that will make Mohita and Jyoti sit. So there's only one possibility that Neena sits here and Radha sits here. That will separate Mohita and Jyoti also. But I am not sure because it's not given anywhere whether Mohita will begin or whether Jyoti will begin. These two are for sure, these two are not sure. Can be either of these two cases. Look at the question. The question is asking me which of the following information will be compulsorily true. Mohita cannot be served first. Is it true compulsorily? No. Maybe, maybe not. Mohita will be served first. Again, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So either of them is right, but both are not right. Radha will be served third. Yes, that's the only possibility which is going to make it true. Option C is the right answer. Jyoti will be served last. First, I am not sure. Option C is the. This is for sure correct. Surely 100% true. Definite. Okay. Last question for today. It's an excellent question. It's a very easy question though. But just try it out. Think about it. Attempt it. It's a good question. Then we'll wind up this class. Okay, 21 students are standing in a line. Ram is standing 6th from the left. Suresh is 8th after Ram. That means 8 places added to. Means Mr. Suresh is 14th from. Mohan is 10th place from the right. Okay, now be careful. Okay, be careful. Now Mohan is 10th from the right. So I have already taught you 14 plus 10 is 24. More than 21. That means it's an overlap case. That means Mohan is somewhere here. They are asking us how many people are between Mohan and Suresh. So now we know the technique. What was the technique? The trick. 14 plus 10 minus total 21 minus 2 is 24 minus 20. Exactly right. Only one person is sitting between. Can I do it with any other method? Absolutely. What I can do is I can find out Mohan's rank from the front. So that is 21 plus 1, 22 minus 10, that is 12th. So Mohan's rank will be 12th from the front. From the front, this guy's rank is 14th. This guy's rank is 12th. 14 minus 12 minus 1 is again 1. Okay? Got it? Any method you pick up, that's your short trick. It is variable. Every different type of question, you will have different type of short trick. This is that one method which is applicable every. Okay? But by now, I want you guys, even now, don't do that now. After this session, please solve 100, 200 questions in the period of next whatever days you are there. Keep drawing figures, I don't mind. Keeping in mind one thing and only one goal, and for this topic, I have to switch to pen-free mode. So if you keep that in mind diligently and keep solving, you will reach there eventually. And that is our ultimate goal for a lot of topics, not only for this one. That make the utilization of pen and paper bare minimum. Only where you need to make a big arrangement or you need to solve something, you need to find something, only there. Even little calculations, everything should be here. The less the utilization of pen and paper, the more faster outcomes you will get. But you will surely make mistakes initially. So that is what we need to overcome. We need to increase our accuracy. Okay, that is what is automatically going to push this. As of now, please don't worry about the speed. You keep solving with the long methods. But please be flexible. Please be versatile. Please be open to change. Because of our upbringing, because of our past traumas, a lot of us resist change. You must be able to see that in you. The moment something changes, you get uncomfortable. You're very happy in your comfort little bubble, you know. I know this Falana sir taught me this method. I'm happy with that method. I'm going to stick to it no matter what. Because with a lot of hard work, I've learned that method. And what will happen if I learn this new method? I'll save only 2 seconds. Who needs those 2 seconds? 10 seconds. Who needs those 10 seconds? I will solve it. As it is, only one question is going to come. You have started making the error already. Choosing to stay in the comfort zone is the worst thing you can do to yourself. And I'm not talking about a competitive exam. I'm talking about. So push yourself, come out of the boundary, try new things. Okay. Once you're settled down with this method, push yourself now, come out of it, try better versions, make it shorter, make it shorter, make it shorter. Aim for, better version each. Nothing is best, everything is better. Just keep striving for better, better, better. Right? Anyways, enough of talking now. Enough of you hearing this dreadful voice. I'll end my session here. Thank you so much for joining live, guys. I'll see you around in the next class with a new topic. Till then, you guys take care. Bye-bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Have a good evening all.